Welcome back to the Tokyo Fresh podcast. I am David, and I'm here with Jordan.
I'm here
for another week of podcasting goodness, where I basically already talked about the entire story off of camera, but we'll talk about it again. Jordan, how are you doing this week?
Pretty chill this week, actually.
I'm going to throw this pen across the room right now. Otherwise, I'm going to click it the entire time.
Yeah, that's why I took my rings off as well.
Yep.
If I have rings on, I'll be like hitting them together and stuff during the podcast. It's all about not letting yourself fidget with things during the episode.
My weird ADHD brain has to keep my hands busy.
That's why
is how it is.
That's why I spin things and stuff. It helps keep me focused. But like, apart from that, I'm like, I gotta focus up. But no, this week's been good. Fuck me. Wait, what did I do this week? My brain is shutting down.
Does it feel like it's been a long week?
It does.
It feels like it's been a long week.
Not just me.
I felt like we didn't record last week.
Yeah.
And then I was like, no, we definitely recorded last week. I don't know what's going on.
There's something going on in Japan right now. I think it's like because the temperature is like slowly increasing.
Mm-hmm.
Slowly, I should say. Rapidly increasing over day to day and then like dropping suddenly. Like it will be like 20.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the fourth season's coming.
Oh, Tsuyu?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate Tsuyu. Fuck.
Prepare to have no clothes to wear for at least a week.
For at least a week. At least a fucking... I'm so glad I live right next to like a laundromat. So I can just like throw my clothes... for drying.
Actually, I think I have a laundromat across the street.
You do?
Here.
I've seen it.
So
Thank God for that. You're going to experience what I've experienced. This is really fun. So Tsuyu starts and everyone's like, oh my God, I'm running out of clothes. Guess I'm going to have to do some laundry.
Yep.
How do I dry it? Certain people, there's like a few houses around me and they go, our washing machine has inbuilt dryers. We'll be fine.
Rich people.
Rich people, exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone else is running to the laundromat to use the dryers.
Oh, when it's raining out, just like something covering your clothes? Yeah.
Guess how many dryers there are? There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 10 dryers.
Probably like 2 big ones. And yeah.
There's like 10 ones that are like just for drying. Then there's 2 like massive industrial washing machines for like futon washing and drying.
Yep.
They're so sick. The problem is people are annoying in my area.
Well, I mean, people are annoying everywhere, but
they are. But especially in my area when it comes to these like washing machines.
But especially
in my area. What these people do, I know it happens everywhere in the world.
Sure.
But it's very annoying it happens anyway. Is that I'll do a load of laundry in my washing machine at home, save money. And then I'll run down to the laundromat with my big bag of like moist clothing to be like, I'm going to throw these in the dryer for about 50 minutes and then come get them. I set a timer. I go to the laundromat. I dump them in there. My timer goes off. I go there. I unpack my stuff. I put them back in my house. I'm like, job done. It took me maybe 55 minutes. The extra minute to get to and from the place.
Yep.
And I've made sure I've got there once it ends. So no one's waiting around. It's you. Everyone wants to use this fucking machine. What actually happens is that you go there to dry your clothes and every machine is taken. And they're running, the machines are running. You're like, fair enough.
Yep.
And you look at a machine, you're like, oh, this machine's finishing in like 5 minutes. Cool. I'll come back in 5 minutes to use this machine.
And someone came back in 4 minutes and 59 seconds and beat you to it.
Oh, David. Oh, I've had that. And you know what? I respect it. They came early. They came early and waited. That's fair. That's fair game. I could have come early. I live right there. What actually happens is that you get there and the person's shit is still in the dryer. And you're like,
and they're like, they haven't come back to pick it up.
Do you know the worst one was, David? Let me show you the worst one. This woman's stuff's in the dryer. I know it's a woman because I eventually saw her. Her stuff's in the dryer, yeah? I come into the place. Thank God there's a dryer open. I'm like, oof, praise the heavens. I'm going to use this dryer. Dump my stuff in. Starts going off. Set a timer. 50 minutes. I leave. Playing some games at home, It's a rainy day outside. I'm drinking some hot tea. I'm relaxing. Clothes are drying. Everything's cool. I go back to the laundrette, check on my clothes. I had some towels in there, I had some big futons in there. Still a little bit wet. I was like, I'll
just put it again.
I'll give it 5 more minutes. I'll put 100 yen in there. 10 minutes. I'll get 10 minutes. Put 100 in there. Give it 10 minutes. Perfectly okay. I look up to the dryer above me. Same woman's stuff is still in there. Same bag. Same stuff. It's been an hour. It's been an hour. Bro, people are waiting for the dryers. Like, because I know, because people have like wet clothes.
Yeah, they're in a bucket or something.
In a bucket on the floor, like being like, bro, can we get some motion here?
Right.
I was like, I don't want these people to wait any longer, but at the same time, hey, I would like some dry clothes as well. Fair enough. 10 minutes, I come back. She's still not here. I take all my clothes out. I'm folding them up as I go. And as I'm folding, a man walks in. And I'm like, is this the man? Is this the fucking man? Nope. Wasn't the guy. Guy picks up a wet thing of clothes that were on the floor. And he's like, are you done with this machine? I was like, yeah, I'm done. He's like, thank God. I was like, how long have you been waiting for a machine? He's like,
30 minutes.
2 hours.
What the fuck?
2 hours. He's been
That's a long time to...
Yeah. He goes, this woman, he's like, this is the machine I was waiting for. He was like, I came in and she was putting her stuff in the machine. And that was an hour ago. So he was like, she beat me to it. Fair enough. I'll put my stuff down. I'll come back in an hour. He comes back. Her stuff's still in there. He leaves again. Then I come and then I'm like, the machine's below, it's empty. Wait.
Hey,
so I dump my stuff in. He comes back. The machine below is my stuff now. Stuff's running. He's like, this woman isn't back yet. He's like, that's weird. He's like, I'll go and I'll come back. He's been going and coming back for like
an hour.
An hour. He's been going and coming back. And he's like, it's been 2 hours and I don't know where she is.
Where is she?
What the fuck is going on? And I'm like, he's like, bro, it's been 2 hours. I'm like, do you know? He's like, I have no idea who she is, but this is insane. He puts his stuff in. He's like, I take mine out. He puts his stuff in. He starts drying it. I'm like, that's crazy. That's insane. I go home, living my life, playing some games. I get a call from Sean. Sean's like, Jordan, drinks by the bench. I'm like, wouldn't have it any other way.
Sure.
A rainy day sitting under the bridge drinking sounds amazing. This is now 2 hours after that.
Yeah.
This is 4 hours later. I walk past the fucking laundromat to go see Sean. She's finally there unloading the machine.
Like, what? Like, do you...
It's been like 5 hours.
Yeah,
It's been sitting in there for like 5 hours. And I know you're saying, maybe it's someone different. No.
Yeah. No. It's not because it's
same bag hanging on the machine. And it's not a common bag. It was like a big, like neon purple, one of a kind.
Yeah,
style.
of course. Yeah.
It was crazy.
So it's very obvious whose it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bro, 5 fucking hours. It took her to come back and collect her shit.
Why?
Imagine that for like half the machines in the place. So there's like signs in the building now being like, hey, take your shit out. It was like a sign being like, hey, could you take your shit out? Because if you don't, we're letting people just like take your shit out. And there's like a big like...
Yeah, like, honestly, yes.
Yeah.
Because you're being a fucking nuisance at that point.
There's a roll of like, you know those big see-through plastic shitty bags used for like recycling sometimes?
Yeah, sure.
The owners of the laundromat took that, like a big roll of them, put them in the store, put a sign over them being like, hey, if someone hasn't collected their stuff after an hour, dump it in this plastic bag. Just dump it in the bag, dump the whole thing in.
Sure.
Even if their bag is hanging on a thing, fuck their bag. Why are you packing their shit? Dump it in this plastic bag, put a little, it's like a pen and paper, put a little note on it, dry your shit. And people have done it. Like legit, people have done it. Like I've come back to pack things, saw a guy walk in, he was like, more, and he just like,
what the fuck?
Just starts grabbing bags and shit, and just starts packing.
At that point, it's just like you need to fucking just get your shit out. Just throw the shit out. Like,
let's get it out.
The last place I worked at had like a big old table in the middle. Like at that point, I would just open it and just be like, okay, bye, and then just toss it in the fucking corner, right? Because like I'm not here to fuck around with your shit.
No, exactly. It's annoying.
It's not worth my fucking time,
dude. It's you. There's like three laundromats in the area. They're not close. This is like the closest one to like everyone in like a 10-mile radius or whatever. Like, I'm exaggerating, but still, like there's not a lot of them around here. And then see when everyone need it, dude. It is like the worst. I'm not looking forward to it. Is what I'm trying to put here. Like it's gonna be a massive pain in the ass. It's gonna fucking stress me out. Anyway, that's how my week's going. I'm currently mentally preparing myself to dealing with this. Oh, and I recorded 2 new videos. I'm editing them. They're coming out. There you go. Yeah, they're gonna come out. One's coming out next week, Saturday. The other one will be out the week after that. Basically, I was watching a very quick content story. I found it very fun.
Sure, I'm setting something up here, so
no, go. I was watching a very good like how to make content, but like content scheduling, social media style video things I was watching. There's a big podcast, like 3 hours long, massive, just about like new updates for social media, new updates for like content creation, new updates for like X, Y, and Z. And I half need it for work anyway. So I was like, cool, let me watch this and like see what they're doing. And I'm watching this video and the guy says something. And what he says is so fucking obvious, but it just never what's the word? It never occurred to me to do it this
Okay,
way.
mhm.
And he just goes, if you set up to record a video, record at least 2 videos. And I'm like, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Because setting up to record a video is a fucking pain. We know this. We
Yeah.
set up every week.
Yep.
It's a fucking pain.
Yeah, it's annoying. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's annoying. So
It's
he's
annoying,
like,
and I don't like it.
I don't like doing it. Especially my house. You bitch my house.
Yeah,
You know my house.
your house is very small,
It's
so you'd
fucking-
have to tear it down afterwards.
You do. Like, if you see how the behind the camera looks in my house, you probably have some idea of it because you've been to my house.
Yes, yeah.
I basically take everything that normally sits in frame and I have to move it out of frame. So if you see my videos,
Right,
Yeah,
yes, yeah.
so if you see my videos, I'm using this as a big like white like cabinet thing behind with my stuff on it. And on top of that, it's full of like all my stuffed toys and some tchotchkes and cool things to look at in the video.
Yeah.
Normally, ladies and gentlemen, there's a giant fucking TV there that I use to play games.
You don't move the entire TV.
I
do
move
you?
the TV. I move everything.
Oh, why the fuck would you do that?
It's in the way. It
Of what? It's just like
it bounces light really badly,
I
and
see.
it doesn't look good in frame.
I see.
So like, it used to be there. I used
Put
to like,
a cover over it.
I did that. It used to be there. I put a cover on it, and I was like, "Do you know what looks good? Just moving it out of frame." So now I've just been like, "Cool." We take it down. We move it out of frame. We put like set
That
up-
seems annoying.
It is. You set up a background, and then you film a video, and then I found like doing all of that takes a long time. I normally do it like the night before, but still.
Yeah.
And then you get to like recording the video, and you're like, cool, video's done. Let me like edit it and start like going through like doing the hard cuts and such. And then hearing this guy talk, him just saying like, yo, when you make a video, just make 2. And I'm sitting like, bro, it makes so much more sense. So now the system is going to be, you record 2 videos, one really, fun, long, in-depth video about whatever topic I'm doing.
Sure.
And then one like smaller, like almost podcast style life update about some weird Japanese thing I've dealt with in the last couple weeks.
Sure.
And that'll
yeah,
be 2
that makes
videos, you
sense.
know?
Yeah.
One's easier to edit, one's a little bit harder. And then the next week, as you're editing one video, what do? You record 2 more. And now you start editing the second video while you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now you always have 1 in stock, and it makes 2 in stock technically, and it makes sense. It's just a better way of making content. And I'm there like, this is actually genius. And it's very similar to what like Trash Taste do.
Sure. Yeah.
Bro.
They record in mass. You can tell.
They record dude, those
Given like okay, given that we record every week,
Yeah.
so I know what it looks like when you record every week.
Yeah.
The way that they like have their show set up, it's very obvious they record like 2 or 3 at a time.
yeah. Dude, it is.
So I can imagine that takes a while.
I would die. Imagine we sat here. Sometimes
The entire day.
The entire day. It's the
It
entire
would
day.
be like, yeah, because like each episode is like what, an hour and a half.
An hour and a half, 2 hours sometimes.
So it'd be at least 4 hours.
Easily.
If it was an hour and a half, it'd be 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, easily.
Of sitting here.
I've like
I don't know if I can talk that much.
no. I've
The secret is they get wasted for the last episode.
yes, they do every fucking time they do that. No, yeah, they do.
We should just get wasted for every episode.
I mean that's a good way of doing it. I'm not gonna lie, that's a good way of recording some podcasts, legitly. But they do.
beer in the fridge.
I'm always down for it. I'm drinking later. I gotta go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, legitly. Nice. But like oh yeah, there's beer in your fridge because I bought you way too much
yeah.
beer a while ago.
Bought me like a fucking 20 bag. And it's
Sorry,
still in there.
dude.
Chiro drank some, but yeah.
Oh, good man. Get it done. Get it down, yeah, basically. But yeah, they record like so much in bulk. I gotta respect the work hustle of getting to a studio at like 10 a.m. and recording until like 7 some days. Like that's insane, dude. Like actually
Whatever gets
insane.
it done, I guess.
I mean, yeah. To be fair, it's commendable, and I thoroughly respect the effort they put into it. It's great stuff. Hey, David, how's your week been? What you been doing?
God, I've been okay. So
Go
I think it's okay to talk about it now.
Hey.
Just given like I didn't know what the situation was, but
Yeah.
now we're okay. So, let's go back in time here. How many weeks is this? Oh, it's probably like more than a month.
More than a
now.
month now, yeah.
So more than a month. I went with my wife to change my visa status. There we go. To change it from, was it international specialist in humanities and ball fun? Well, I don't know whatever it was. But I had a 3-year visa with them. on that international like specialist whatever visa. So I'm like, cool. It doesn't expire till 2025. It is the start of like 2024 because this was like March, right? Yeah, it would have been March.
It's March, yeah.
April, May. Yeah. So it's like the end of March. And we go to the place and it takes a long time. Like I have to give Chiro a lot of props because it takes a long time to fill out all the stuff to make a spousal visa.
For those who've never done it or thinking of doing it, it's luck.
Insane. I think like we handed in like a fucking 25-page like dossier.
It's crazy
on just our life in general.
Yeah,
and it's stuff like who are the person's parents? How long have they been living here? Who are your parents? How much do your parents make? How much do you make?
Yeah.
How long have you known this person? Can you provide proof? Can you provide proof from multiple times in the thing? How long have you known them? Blah, blah, blah.
Don't you have to have photos of going on dates and stuff?
Yeah, yes.
Literally.
100%. Yes.
That's what I thought,
like dated photos of you being somewhere with this person, right? So luckily for me, Chihira's just takes pictures fucking everywhere. So
Excellent.
that was easy. But I was able to even pull up our very first line conversation.
Oh, that's
and,
good.
It has a
timestamp, yeah.
It's got a date on the top, right? So that was good. So we get all that finished, we get all it handed in, and at this point I had not had a job for about a year, mostly due to not wanting to fucking work, and I had savings, so I was like, I'm fine, I'm not gonna be broke anytime soon, so everything's Gucci. I'm paying my rent, I'm paying my bills, everything's fine.
Yeah.
So apparently that's not a good thing.
Listen, Japan don't like that.
Apparently Japan doesn't like that.
Japan hates that.
But this is the weird thing, right? So I have a 3-year visa, right? So to me that means so long as you have a job before your visa ends when you renew, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're fine.
You're good.
Apparently that's not the case.
Nah.
So they're like, when we went to apply, they're like, they look at the thing and they're like, oh, you haven't had a job for a year. What's up with that? And we're just kind of like, oh, I've been living off my savings, whatever, right?
Yeah.
Did you notify us that you haven't had a job for a year? And I'm like, no. I don't see why I would need to do that if my visa is still valid. And they're like, no, you have to notify us and get another job within 3 months.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there going
oof.
Then what's the point of having a 3-year visa? The only difference between a 1-year visa and a 3-year visa is the inconvenience of having to go to immigration for the 50 minutes I got to go there once a year or once every 3 years.
Yeah.
So it's the fuck? So at this point, they're like, okay, they hand us a piece of paper and they're like, you need to write down why the fuck you haven't had a job for a year.
Yeah.
And basically,
in
I'm
detail,
like,
bro. Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, yeah, I left this job after a year contract. The dickhead at the company was being a dickhead, and he didn't send me the information correctly.
Classic. Yeah.
And afterwards, I was just I ended up just not reporting it and just whatever, and stay at home and whatever. And I think I said something along the lines of I wasn't aware that if my visa was still valid, that this was an issue.
Yeah. How'd I know?
No one's telling me. That's the thing, right? You come to Japan and then it's just expected that every law.
Listen, you come to Japan, you're now an immigration lawyer.
Right. Yes, exactly.
You've
right.
done it, right?
No one, as far as I know, as long as my visa's valid, we're fine, because that's the only thing that's ever been expressly stated.
I did the exact same thing, because when I was changing jobs various time my old visa, I did the same thing you thought. I was like, why am I gonna? I'm not gonna tell you guys I'm changing jobs. You should know this. You're immigration, bro. Systems. I'm paying my taxes via a new job. If y'all don't know this, how's that my?
How is that?
How is it my problem that your system shit, dude?
Right.
So when I went to go change my visa, similar thing where they were basically like, "Did you change your job?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they were like, "Oh, you can't do that." And I was like, "Fuck, you talking about?" They're like, "Yeah, you need to give us information about your new job and tell us this." And I was like, why don't you know this? I was like, so, okay, cool. So it's up to me to go and do that. Yeah. Right. And I was like, question, good sir. He's like, yeah. And I was like, so I work Monday to Friday. He's like, yeah. It's like,
until
I work
5 p.m.
I work later than that. At that time, I don't get home till 7 p.m. most days. He's like, I was like, what time do you guys close? They're like 5. And I was like, go on then. How the fuck do I do? Oh, you can do it online. Go on then.
Yeah, this year. You just
Literally,
changed it this year.
This year you can do it online. Couldn't do it fucking couple of years because a couple of years ago he was like with this new test system you can like do it online.
Yeah.
But that system was so broken.
It's so jank and so fucking broken. Yeah.
I tried to log into the system and it was like, it appears you're trying to log in from outside of the country.
Right.
Please return to Japan and do it again. I was in my apartment. I was in Tokyo. What are you talking about? Like, fuck system. So the entire system is fucked basically, and they don't really explain how to do things properly. But that's just well, I got a little slap on the wrist. Basically like, hey, don't do it again. And I was like, I might.
So what happens after this, right? So like we're both freaking out. I'm freaking out because I'm like, oh, this means I'm gonna get fucking deported.
Yeah.
Cheers freaking out. She's like, I just married a guy and now he's gonna get fucking deported.
Fuck, not again.
Not again. Right? Yeah.
Third time this week now, guys.
Right. So we're just like, well, okay, we'll hand it in and see what happens.
Yeah,
and then the lady behind like, just the tone of the lady behind the counter, she's like, well, I don't know. We'll process it and see what happens.
Oh, dude,
right?
fuck you.
And like, my reaction there is like, well, what does that mean?
Yeah, dude.
And I'm like,
seriously.
okay, so in the interim, what's going on?
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't know. And I'm like, okay, well, am I getting deported? And they're like, not right now. And I'm like, well, that's good, but like, are police gonna come and kick down my door and kick me out of the country later? Like, I would like to know if that's the case.
Surprise.
Yeah, exactly.
We all love surprises, don't we, David?
But like, that's the thing, right? It's like I feel like the government kind of just going like, I don't know, maybe you are, maybe you're not. It's like, well, you're the government. Like, tell me something concrete. If even you don't know, then what the fuck is the point of this law?
Think what you just said there. The Japanese government do something concrete?
Yeah.
Bro, never.
No, never.
If I held a gun to someone's head in the government and I was like, make a concrete law,
Right.
they'd be like, maybe.
And
They'd finish the fucking sentence
and
with
here's the thing where
Tomoe
I'm doubly confused, right?
Yeah.
Because 6 months prior to this, we got married.
Nice.
Now,
Congrats.
it's processed through the government.
Yeah.
So you let me get married. Like
Yeah.
you knew all this information
Yeah.
6 months ago.
Yeah.
And you're like, cool, great. Hanko that bitch and get out of here.
Yeah, you happy couple. Go
Yeah,
on
exactly,
then.
right? So I'm like the fact that like you knew this was the case 6 months ago, you still accepted the marriage, and then now you're like, well, you can't be on a spousal visa now. Maybe, who knows? I don't know. It's like, well, either you are or you aren't. Like
Yeah.
you gotta pick a lane here, guys.
This one don't get me, like, because like the Japanese government is so broken, I would
Yes.
say. Like,
it's broken in the way that it's fragmented. That
yes,
nobody
forgive
talks
me.
to anyone else.
Yes, it's very fragmented. The Japanese government is like, you're working for a company of multiple floors, but no one ever uses the elevator.
And nobody talks to
and
each
no
other.
one talks to each other. Yeah,
But you all gotta work together.
you all to work together. You're one building. You're the Japanese government
Yeah.
incorporated. And that's the problem. Because, like, you go to, like, floor 2, like, marriages, get your shit stamped, everything's perfectly okay. They're like, look, looks good to us. And you'll be like, oh, I've not worked in a while. Is that okay? They're like, we don't care, bro.
We don't care. Cool.
Bro, sick. Do you getting married? Omedetou, bro. Stamp. Here's some money. Have a good time, bro. Honeymoons, let's go.
Right,
Then you
because
go-
they asked the exact same question. Like, how much do you make that you can get married?
get married. And you're like, nothing.
Like, okay, cool with me.
And they're like, sick, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, at the moment, nothing, because I'm not working.
Yeah, and
right?
they're like, cool.
So
Sounds good.
at this point, it's like, we'll process it and see what happens. So, like, for a month and a half, I'm sitting there just going like, what's gonna happen at the end of this like 2-month period, right? Because they're like, oh, like spousal visas take a little bit longer because like
They do, yeah.
I just handed you a 30-page
Dossier.
So it's gonna take some time, and I'm like, okay, so in that time, what the fuck should I be doing? The answer to that is, I don't know. I'm like, okay, a lot of fucking help you people are.
No, useless. Honestly,
So
useless.
later that day, I called back to immigration. I'm like, okay, hopefully we'll talk to someone who like has two
Who's
brain cells to
competent,
rub
yeah.
together.
Good luck.
And I asked the guy, I'm like, hey, I applied for a spousal visa, like, and I don't have a job at the moment. If I get a job, what should I do? Should I like continue working that job as if it's the visa I have now, and then if spousal comes through? And he's like, He's like, your case is kind of weird. And I'm like, sure, okay, yeah,
cool.
okay, but that's not the question I asked. Like, what do you do? And he's like, he basically told me, he's like, well, what you should do is you should get a job. And I'm like, thanks, genius.
That's all I needed to hear.
Yeah,
Okay, thanks. Have a good day.
Cool, I'll do it tomorrow.
Wow. All those brain cells, that's where they are. Wow.
But he's like,
idiot.
But he did give me like legitimately good advice.
Okay, he started bad. Okay, fair enough.
He's like, what you should do is you should get a job and then have them sponsor your visa. So like go through, have them sponsor your visa, right? Like as quickly as possible.
Okay,
as quickly as humanly possible. If you can get it before your your other visa comes back, that's even better.
Yeah.
And he's like, get them to do that, and then if your spousal visa comes through, it will automatically switch to that one because it has no restrictions on it.
Sick.
So I'm like, okay, cool. So most of like last month has just been me like frantically looking for any fucking job that'll sponsor a visa, because I'm under the impression that Japan's gonna fuck me over because they have every opportunity at this point to do so.
And from what we know from history, Japan loves fucking people over.
They love to fuck people over.
It's kind of why I live here.
It's a very similar situation to my friend who lived here, where his job let him go like 5 days before his visa expired.
No.
And he ended up having to like leave the country and come back and do all this other shit. So like that instance is like replaying in my head. I'm like, oh god, this is gonna be a fucking nightmare.
Dude, that sucks.
So the last like month and a half has been me like frantically looking for jobs and doing interviews and all that shit. And that's basically what I've been doing for the past month and a half. Not biding my time, but just like figuring out what the fuck I want to do. Luckily, it's come through now. I did get the spousal visa, so everything's Gucci. But
he's not getting deported.
Yeah, not getting deported. But the issue I have is still that like I have more of an issue with the way that Japan is running shit, right? Because they do not make it explicitly clear that you need to report a change in your job.
They don't.
Like if you, because like I've left multiple jobs, you've left multiple jobs. Has any of your jobs when you left been like, you need to go and report this to the Immigration Bureau?
No,
not once.
The only one I ever got was when I left my old job for my current job.
Yeah.
I was planning to take time off to basically chill. And so they were like, who told me to do this actually? Oh, that's right. My manager, but only because we're chill. Me and my manager, we're still chill to this day. My manager was like, oh, you should go to WeWork and let them know that like you're chilling for a little bit. And I was like, yeah, I should do that. Then I spoke to the videographer who works as well. And he was like, yeah. Go to WeWork, let them know, and they'll give you like a number or whatever. Yeah. And that's like job done. But none of them said like go immigration.
Nope.
No, because no one knows to. It doesn't make sense to do it. Like no one in your brain, you're not thinking, oh, that's right, I should go immigration. It's like, no, they should know. Are you not keeping track of me, my dude? Like, what are we doing here?
And it's doubly compounded by the fact that like my visa is not up for more at this point.
Yeah.
More than a year.
Yep.
So like I literally have a 1 year visa's worth plus of time left.
Exactly.
So like, what do I need to report that to? Like, I would think like, okay, we're getting into like the end game. Like it's like 1 month, 1 month, 2 month, 3 months out from expiry.
I'm there now.
Where I must renew that. Not having a job is going to be a problem because I don't have a sponsor, right? But like a year, I can find a job somewhere in a year.
Yeah, it's easy.
So them being like, oh, you got to do it within 3 months. Then what's the point of the visa? It should just be an infinite visa.
Yep.
Until you get a permanent record. Until like a permanent residence.
Permanent resident, yeah.
Because it doesn't make any sense.
No, doesn't matter. If the visa was so intrinsically tied into like, it's really tied into the job you're currently doing. I think that's the problem. But in changing your job, your visa should still be the same. It doesn't make sense that to go, oh, I've quit my job, I'm going to start a new one maybe in like half a year. And if they go, no, you got 3 months. It's like, why?
Why? Yeah.
You gave me a 3-year visa because I assume it's not random. I'm assuming what's happened is that you saw me and has gone, okay, this guy's worked in the country for X amount of years. He's paying his taxes on time constantly. He's done no crimes to this day.
And the visa legally allows you to work in the country because if you apply for a job, they're going to ask you, what's your visa status?
What's your visa status?
That doesn't change 1 year, 2 years, 3 years out. It's still the same visa.
Still the same visa. Exactly. It doesn't make any sense. But That's the kind of system. I did hear that, like, working in like England as well, very similar. Like a lot of countries do this same system. Yeah,
which to me is like
dog shit.
That doesn't make
Makes
any
no
it
sense.
Makes no fucking sense.
No.
But yeah, because your visa is intrinsically tied to your job.
Yeah.
But like, if your visa is longer than when you're gonna be at your job, then what is the point of the limit?
Because there's like certain people who get, for some reason, they'll have a 3-year visa.
Sure.
When we're working on things like Interact, for example.
Yeah.
And Interact, famously, the contracts are 1 year. So you got a 3-year visa on a contract that's one year. Make it make sense. Right. Make it make sense. Because like if the people at immigration or those like stamping the documents were really thinking about it, really like crunching the numbers, they'd go, okay, cool. Anyone with a 1-year contract, you're here for a year.
Right.
You get a 1-year visa.
At the end of the year.
You get a 1-year visa.
If your company has expressed interest in keeping you as an employee, they would sponsor your next year visa.
Yeah. Makes sense. Put it that way.
And then if something happens to that company, that year visa is there to safeguard you from getting deported.
Yes.
But that's not the case.
But that should be the case anywhere.
Right.
If I'm working for a shitty company that's really shitty, but I've got like a 5-year visa, and in the shitty company they're like, I'm gonna like be a dickhead and do various forms of harassment towards you.
Yeah.
That visa should be there to allow me to quit the company with the safeguards
of mind.
with peace of mind, knowing that I can quit this company and I still have my entire 5-year visa to like slowly, recover from the trauma of working in this dog shit company, and then slowly find a new job. I think that's what stops a lot of like immigrants, like internationals in Japan, from like quitting bad jobs, because they're like, once I quit, the
clock starts.
Yes, the clock starts. I have 3 months to find a new job, or I'm going to get kicked out. Or if the company's that bad, I have no money now, and I have like less time.
You're right. I have no money. They haven't paid me. They're not gonna pay me because they've gone bankrupt, or they've done shady shit, or like they're in a legal lawsuit with whoever. Right.
Yep.
Like I could only imagine if you were in a company, like a black company, and it comes down to, okay, now the employees are having to sue the company.
Fuck, we've been there. Yeah.
So at that point, then what? You got to look for a job and run a fucking lawsuit, like a class action lawsuit within 3 months? Like, it's unattainable, right?
Doesn't make sense.
It's insane.
It's stupid. But that is the system of like Japan and a lot of countries when it comes to like immigration stuff. Like, it's really stupid, honestly.
Yeah,
Fuck me. Speaking of like really bad like black companies like being tied to immigration as well, I've got to say that for people like living in Japan, or eventually want to live in Japan, and you're like, oh no, what if I get into a situation where I also only have X amount of time to like get a new job, or I'm working for a really bad company? I mean,
you probably will.
You probably will. I'm working. Honestly,
we're 2 for 2.
Yep, I've worked for many a bad company. Like literally, it's not a case of like if, it's a case of when.
When,
to be fair, like eventually you will work for a bad company in Japan.
Mine was year 5. Yours was year.
Fuck me, dude.
2, 3.
We could go on. Yeah. It's a lot.
It's when.
It's when. It's very much.
And the thing is like, when you join the company, you don't know it's.
You don't know.
Don't necessarily know it's fucked up.
No, of course not.
And then probably by week 1, you're like, this shit's fucked.
Yeah, mine was like month 2. I was like, oh, this shit's kind of fucked, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fuck, what do I do in this situation, dude? Like, fuck me.
Yeah, so it's been weird. I will say that much. I've been doing interviews recently. Like, this is probably the longest intro we've had. We're only at 30 minutes.
We're okay. We're all right.
Yeah. Season 1, 2, Jordan complaining about work was peak. I mean, I have that episode we nearly got sued over sitting on my hard
drive. Fuck me, dude. That episode was sick. No, stop it. I've listened to that back. I have the thing somewhere.
But anyway, so yeah, just like I had this week, I had an interview and it seemed to go well. Do I want to mention this?
Oh, the listener?
Yeah. So
it was sick. Do it. I was going
to. So this happens to Jordan a lot, right?
All the fucking time.
Where someone says, "Hey, are you from such and such, or do you do this?" I'm literally in an interview for a job, and my interviewer goes, "I haven't listened to your podcast yet," and I'm like, "Don't," but I'm like, "Don't do that."
And you're like, why the fuck do you know?
But the weird thing is, like, it wasn't just like, because on like my resume I have a podcast, I use it for audio, whatever.
Yeah.
He says, I haven't listened to your podcast, Tokyo Fresh, and that's that's not on my resume anyway, right? So I'm like, nothing in my resume would indicate what like
The podcast
the
is.
podcast is.
Sick.
Our names are not on it other than our first names.
Yeah.
So like that could be anyone.
Yeah.
Our names are not in any iconography. There's
Yep.
no pictures of us associated with it.
Because we did this thing. I remember like season 1 or 2,
Right.
maybe 1 and 2 to be fair.
Yeah.
When we were doing like the most unhinged.
Yeah.
Great episodes. The most unhinged episode of a podcast
Mm-hmm.
known to man this side of fucking Tokyo. We had the conversation where you were like, yo, if my employee is fine, this is gonna be fucking crazy. And we had this whole thing. We were like deep diving into the podcast, being like,
Right.
could this be connected back to me?
Right,
And I remember being like, yeah, you could find me through this podcast easily because like my face is everywhere. I link it in my like my names and such. But we're looking for you, and we're like, oh, Dave, you're invisible. We're like, David,
Basically,
you're
yeah.
invisible in this podcast.
Well, apparently not.
Apparently not.
Because my interview name drops the podcast and says, yeah, someone on my staff told me about it and they listened to you. And I was like,
fuck.
and I literally said to him, I'm like, I don't know if I like that.
I don't know if I like that.
I'm like, that's not, I don't know how to feel about that. That's a little bit weird. Cause like, I don't ever, like, I'm not like out and about and someone says, hey, you're from such and such. Like, I listen to your podcast. Like, that doesn't fucking happen.
That's
so
my job.
when it just randomly crops up in a job interview, I'm like, what?
How did it feel, David? Walk me through it.
It's just weird, right?
It is,
Because
yeah.
I'm like, oh no. Because I'm just thinking back to like everything I've said on this podcast, and I'm like, ooh. I'm like, have I said anything that's like been way too fucking out of pocket?
Nah. Maybe.
Maybe.
But that's fine.
Sure.
Heat of the moment. It's okay.
Yeah.
Listen,
Like,
sometimes you throw down some gamer words in the heat of the moment.
What are you talking about? I've never been anywhere near a bridge.
Stop it. Stop it. Fuck yeah, dude. Such a great scene.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun. I'm glad that it happened to you as well.
Wow, Dan, tell me how you really feel.
We say
He said, just tell them to listen to one of those boring ass season 3 episodes about tea ceremonies.
what a bitch.
I mean, we had much more guided episodes in that season, and that was intentional.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah. We did more guide episodes that season.
Yeah, we've kind of reverted back to
Season 1 energy?
yeah,
Yeah, a little
which
bit.
I'm cool with that. That's fine.
No, I'm good season 1. Well, season 1, but also with news, which is good.
Yes.
It took us a season to remember the balance where we came
Right.
from. Now
Yeah,
we're back to doing the episodes we like, and that's okay. You know?
Yeah, so strange,
It was good.
weird.
I had some message a little while ago basically being like, they want to come live in Japan eventually, blah blah blah, and they were like, they've just started the podcast. They were like, yeah, no, bro, I don't know what it is. Recently, I've been getting a lot of like DMs with people being like, hey, I've just started the podcast. Like I've just started. I'm like season 1, episode 5.
Yeah.
I've just started, and should I skip to like the newest episodes? And I'm like, listen, go on an adventure.
Right.
Go on an adventure. If you want to skip some episodes on your way, go for it. I don't care.
Yeah, if it's not interesting you, just
Go
skip
to the next one. There's a shit ton to listen to. But I was like,
I mean, we're on what 212.
yeah, you've got enough to last you a long time. I was like, take your time, watch all of them, listen to them as you go. Like you're gonna enjoy it. It's gonna be a fun time.
Right.
Enjoy the adventure.
Not
basically.
everything can be a banger.
No, but a lot of them are. Like, what was my all-time favorite episode is what's his fucking name? What's his name? Oh, I forgot his name. The guy who hunts fucking pedophiles. Chris Hansen. Chris Hansen with a fucking gut sword is my favorite. I listened to that one episode back a lot.
That one's pretty funny. That
It's
was
really good.
That was definitely a drinking and unhinged episode. I remember that one specifically.
I was trashed. That episode. It was fucking sick.
Yeah,
It
good
was
times.
Good
But,
times. Anyway,
yeah,
I
so
digress.
whoever you are, please out yourself so I can
Out yourself right
Right
now in
now.
the Discord. Right now.
do it.
Do it now. Out
And if you
yourself.
don't have a link to the Discord, DM me and I'll send you one.
We'll send you a link, dude. Join the Discord. Join up with the people there. It's really fun. Anyway.
But yeah, it makes me like wonder. I'm like, I do say some like, I swear a lot
No, me too.
on this episode.
No.
And I have to wonder. No, not on this episode. Just in general. I have to wonder like if I'm like, if a parent ever listened to this,
Oh, so good.
how would that go?
Oh, we have parents who listen to this.
Oh.
There's someone I know who listens whose kid goes to an international school.
Oh.
So we're fine. It's
Okay.
good. Parents listen to this as well.
Yeah, but the difference is that I'm not that kid's teacher.
Good point. Ooh, bro. Imagine first you get your job at the new school, you walk in and you're like, "Hi kids, I'm Mr. Drinkle and I'm here to teach you about blah blah blah." Parents walk in just like, "Hold on, I know that voice."
Yeah.
He's like, "Quickly, read what's on this fucking card I've got." It's just like, "Welcome back to Tokyo Fresh." And you're just like, got him.
Right.
Cancel this man.
I've definitely had
takes.
at my previous job, I definitely had a student like, "Oh, Mr. D, do you have a podcast?" And I'm just like, "Nope. I don't know what you're talking about." They're
What's
like, "Oh, but my dad said that you're on this podcast or whatever." And I'm like,
No,
Nope.
it's not me.
"Not me."
No,
I've been a guest on someone else's podcast, but I myself do not have a podcast.
No.
Despite what it says right next to my name, where they probably link directly to the podcast.
Podcast? I don't even like racing. What are you talking about? Never even been to Tatooine.
Yep.
Get out of here, kid.
No war in Bossing Say.
There's no war in Boston, say.
Right.
Fucking
All right.
Good luck.
Let's flip over to the news. That's been our
been a
weeks
lot.
here. I do have something queued up really quick that we can talk about. This absolute troglodyte.
Go, do it.
So let me just flip over here. I'm sure if you have very briefly
Been on the internet.
this week, you've seen this absolute Danny DeVito looking ass troglodyte in
Bro,
Kyoto.
fuck
And
this woman.
I have to assume that this is recent.
Yes.
I would assume the time of year looks correct.
Yeah, it's recent.
It's recent. So I'm just gonna let the video rock because I think it does loop. I can loop it for you.
It was. I will also.
Yeah,
I'll narrate the video for those on the podcast only.
I've skipped ahead. Sorry,
Please
but
do.
we'll let it run there.
I'll let it play. So basically, get out the way. What's
Did
happening
it
is.
stop? Does it stop when I unfocus the window? No.
No,
it
you're
doesn't.
good.
Okay.
So in this video, for those who are listening only, what happens is you have a Meiko or geisha in Kyoto.
I assume she's geisha only because she has the white face paint on. I don't think Meiko do that.
Think
Though
they.
this is coming from a white dude who's never been in and around Meiko or geisha, so I don't 100% know. I'm gonna assume that that's the case. But
What's the difference? Oh no. They both have white. This was a. Hold on. I can now tell you. This is a geisha, not a Michael. Michael normally have like a sort of a peach-ish frock on. They both have white.
Yeah,
yes.
it's like tan and peach.
Yeah. And then geisha have more of like a purpley, darker colors.
Right.
The differences are pretty. It's like that. I'm gonna show you that.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So it's a geisha. This is a professional woman going to work basically.
Yep.
What happens is a tourist from an unknown country decides, do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna snap a photo of this woman. I know what you're thinking for those who are listening only. Oh, she did a little sneak, came up from the side, took some shots. Photo. No, bitch ran up, blocked this woman's path, and started snapping photos. Now, you know the geisha's uncomfortable because she didn't go, oh no, let me just move out the way a little bit. Woman took an aggressive left turn, the geisha, to get out of the way, to be like, don't take a photo of me. She went around like a car or a pole or something to avoid the woman.
To get her the fuck out of the way, right?
The woman is chasing this geisha from the front, just taking videos, taking shots, not letting her get to her job, basically. You have people in the background screaming like, leave her alone.
Leave her alone. Stop. It's
leave
rude.
her alone. Stop.
It's so it's funny. I don't know if you had read this after, but the person who's taking the video is speaking Arabic.
No.
So the person taking the video, someone had translated it to what they said.
Yeah.
And it literally was like, look, this is why the Japanese fucking hate foreigners. Or something to that effect. It's like, this is why the Japanese don't like foreigners.
What? Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's like, look, here it is.
Yes.
This is why.
This is the reason why you guys can't have nice things anymore.
Yep.
This is the reason that an entire district in Kyoto
is banned.
Is banned now. I give it. Oh my god. I give it 5 more years.
You've been banning Gion. It's been like what? A month?
A month.
And then this shit?
Give it, I guarantee, 5 more years, David. what's gonna happen is similar to what's happening in like other restaurants and stuff, where they've gone, like one restaurant has had this new policy where they were like, Friday night, locals only. That's the policy. And people were like, what about the internationals who live? Y'all can come in. Show your fucking Zadiu card.
Right.
Show me that you live here. You can come in. We don't care. We're like, locals only. If you're local, come in. Come fucks with us. We don't care where you're from. Come in. If you're a tourist, you can't come in. It's that simple. That's the new that's the new rule. Friday nights, you can't come in here. I'm sorry. I guarantee, give Kyoto like 5 more years, Kyoto's gonna be like, do you know what? Fuck you.
Fuck tourists.
Fuck you. Fuck tourism. We're done.
It'll be like, okay, you've come to Kyoto. It is now a guided tour from the entrance of the station.
Guided tour only.
Yep.
We're blocking it down.
Like straight up
No,
North
straight
Korea.
up. No, fuck you. I'm here for it. I'd be like, if you live here, you get to Kyoto, you go, you know, when you get to an airport and it's like, returnees, Zadu card this way, all you fucking tourist dickheads stand in the long line. Bro, I get off the plane, big headphones on, I'm strolling
I
through.
see you're not from here. In the dickhead line, please.
Get in the dickhead line, you fucking degenerate. The woman was like, go that way, get over. She's like, go that way, go over there, tourist that way, tourist that line. I walk in, she's like, tourist. I walk in, she's like, huh? Okaide nasai. Okaide nasai. Yosh, dozo. She's like guiding me gently to line. She's like, nanka, koyu kame ga mou azokaishimashita. Arimashita. Oh, arimasu. Have you got this paper? Have you filled it in yet? No, I only want. Here you go. Please take one. Would you like a pen, sir? Pen. Here's your pen, sir. Welcome back to the fine nation that you pay tax in. Welcome. Hold on. Teresa.
The only person that cares when you play tax.
The only person. Terribly sorry, sir. One second. Get in the fucking other line, tourists. Dickheads. Terribly sorry about that, sir. Terribly sorry about that, sir. Like, that's what's going to be. I want that in Kyoto. You get off the Shinkansen at Kyoto, and they go, are you from Tokyo? Zadiu card holder? You are? You live here? Welcome to Kyoto, sir. Enjoy the streets. You know the rules, we assume. You know the rules. Oh, because if you don't, if you break the rules, and you get the hole in your Zadiu card, you get that. You get a little temple-shaped hole in your Zadiu card, and when you show the card, they go, "Oh, you're an idiot. You're an idiot, gang.
You've been branded.
Your card's been branded. You enjoy the fucking Kanko line.
Revoke your credit card.
That's what it is.
With scissors.
That's what it is. It's like, oh, you've been branded.
Gaijin status revoked.
Revoked, baby.
You've been demoted to tourist.
You've been demoted to tourist. Your tax has been increased by 5%. Get in the fucking tourist line.
Yep.
I want that. Guided tours only. Strict. It'll be like, get in a little bus. They drive you, little fucking short bus, and they drive you to fucking Kinkakuji, and they go, get out, go look at the Golden Temple, and you go...
Scarlet Kana.
The Scarlet Kana is really
It's a Hanko with a big hiragana ga on it for Gaijin.
It's the Soto Tong on your fucking thing.
Oh, man.
But that's what I want.
Yep.
I want guided tours only for, like, tourists who are, like, going to Kyoto. But I know it's going to be like, what about us good tourists? Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
sorry.
It's, I hate that that's the stance you have to take. But like, you know, like at one point, you know, when we talked about this probably a couple months ago, right?
Yeah.
When we're talking about like, okay, people have said like, hey, how bad is it, right?
This bad,
right? Where it's like, oh, people were when someone said like, oh, people were like grabbing them and like grabbing their kimono and stuff. I'm like, I'm like. Really? Like, does that happen? Like, no one's that fucking nutso, right? And then you see a video like this, and you're like, oh, actually, now I believe that really did happen.
Because I did the same thing. I was like, people going that? I was like, no way people are going this far with it. That's insane. Why would you go this far? Seeing this video, I was like, do you know what? My mistake.
Right.
My mistake.
I give you too much credit.
I give you way too much credit. Way too much credit. From this moment forward, you've lost credit. You guys are silly. Shit like this, I'm like, nah, this is silly. I want it to start in Kyoto, guided tours only, and I want it just to slowly span out. Slowly fucking span out. Like eventually, just like, oh, you're in Hiroshima? Cool. You have, there's a little road you can follow that'll take you to the Bakudan Museum, and then back to the station, you can fuck off. You're taking the piss. It's too much.
I mean, yeah, like I agree with people in chat too. Like that makes their blood boil. Treating people like they're zoo animals.
They're zoo animals.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I couldn't even fucking imagine taking a picture of someone, but like to the point where you're like running in front of them, and just like power stancing in front of them with your phone, like.
The insane thing is, like, from the looks of it, a lot of people wanted a photo of the geisha.
Right, because you can see, like, I'll go back to the video, right?
Yeah, go on.
I'll control it here. You can see these people right here.
Yeah.
Who I'm circling here. They got their cameras out.
Oh yeah.
It's not like they don't, and
No.
you can see them. Like, there's another couple even here too. They have their cameras out. I don't know if they're taking photos of.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
But like, they're off to the side. They're not. Like, they're not getting in her way.
Yeah.
She's just walking down the street.
Yep.
Yeah, it's fucking weird to take photos of people. Again, like, here's another dipshit taking photos. But like, the one lady who's just like running around, like, you look like a fucking idiot.
The insane thing as well is that if you're taking photos of the geisha and the Mako from like a distance, you see
That's one thing.
That's
right?
one thing. You see a geisha and you're like, wow, Japanese culture. Never seen a geisha before in real life. That's crazy. I would like to snap a photo. I know a geisha. I met one person who's a geisha when I was like working in the past, and I was like, "Oh, people must always take a photo. Isn't it annoying?" She's like, "It's fine. It's fine as long as they're not in my way, basically.
Right.
As long as
they're not a hindrance to what I need to do.
You're taking it from a distance. You're snapping a couple shots. They know someone's gonna take photos and walking from like point A to point B. They know this is gonna happen. It's not that they don't mind. They clearly mind, but it's become like something else. It's become a hazard of the job, basically. But to do this,
it's not. Yeah, it's not.
This is crazy. This is insane. Someone should have tackled that woman to the ground. And
honestly, like, someone should have just grabbed her phone and just fucking pitched it.
Oh, pitched it, dude. I would have pitched that phone. Insane. And then set it right to the fucking short bus she got off. That's so silly.
It's. Yeah, I mean, like, I was gonna make a similar comment. Yeah, it's like Japanese tourists running in front of Texans taking a picture of their guns, right? Like, it's like that's exactly what it is, right? Like, it would. I can't even think of something like, easily comparable to doing something like this. Right?
UK has it.
Yeah.
With
like the Queen's Guard or whatever.
The Queen's Guard, yeah. When they keep running up to like snapping photos of the Queen's Guard,
right? And fucking with them.
Difference is,
you
fuck with the Queen's Guard,
they'll fucking kill you.
They'll fucking kill you.
And they will be completely in the right for doing it too, because they have the ability to do that.
For those that don't know, just gonna point this out. I've said this before. I'm gonna say it again. The Queen's Guard are not to be fucked with. They are active military servicemen. Their job is to guard the royal family, and they take that job very seriously. If you run over and you're like fucking with them, and they're saying things like, get out the way for the Queen's Guard, don't touch the horse, and you keep doing it, they're just gonna hit you. I've seen someone get punched by the Queen's Guard.
I've seen someone like
very satisfying.
They were like marching in their like formation, right?
Yes,
and it's like
change of the guard.
Change of the guard.
Yeah,
and the person's just like standing right in front of where like they're walking through.
Oh, you're done.
And they're just like, I don't know, they're like taking pictures of something.
Oh yeah.
And they just like walk over this person. They're like, get the fuck out of the way.
The thing is, these people are built. These people are built like fucking trains.
And it's like a big thing to be a Queen's Guard. Like, that's
it's a massive honor.
Yeah. So
it's a massive honor. If I was the Queen's Guard, and someone's like in my way as I'm trying to go from like point A to point B, I'm bulldozing you. Get out my way. I have a job to do, and your little tours and nonsense isn't going to stop it. Give us some time, Soon, eventually, Japan will get true freedom, and every single Mako will be packing a fucking Glock, and then we'll see it stop, dude.
You know what I said? I forgot. I think I said this in the Discord. I said something along the lines to the Kyoto government should hire a task force that walks around with like rattan sticks and just canes people in the shins whenever they're doing something.
Bam!
Like,
bam!
Just right in the shins. Like,
right in the shins.
Are you being a dickhead? Like, I would much rather that
than taxes
than Ichiman fine.
Oh yeah,
because the Ichiman fine doesn't teach you anything.
No,
a rattan stick to the fucking shins, you'll learn real quick.
Oh, dude, fuck yeah. I think all you've learned of an Ichiman fine is that doing this thing costs you Ichiman. It costs Ichiman.
Right.
You hit someone in the fucking shins with a rattan stick,
and they don't want to do it again.
No, you learn straight away.
Yeah.
You learn before that stick even hits. You'll be like, oh, I'm repenting for my sins, because the pain that's about to come. Your body feels on a spiritual level. I think three swipes. 3 swipes is accurate. 3 swipes of the cane to your shins, and then it's like, all right, go about your business. You're just like in pain, can't go nowhere. I think it's good. Hire a squad.
Because especially if it's in the shins, because it's a pain that like is kind of annoying, right? It'll stick with you for a little bit.
For a little bit, yeah. It'll be hard to walk. And like, it's that one bit, it kind of resonates up your legs as well.
Yeah.
I'm like twitching thinking about it. It really hurts. Fuck that shit. I mean, I'm down for this. I think 2 forces, David. You have one force, the punitive force. They're the ones like smacking people on the fucking shins when they're fucking around. Then you have the second force, which is the instant fine force. And they walk around with like little like fucking QR code readers and like a book of like change. And you break the law. And it's like, what if you break the law? You break a faux pas. One of these guys is going to get you. You're either going to pay with your shins or pay with your wallet. And I want like, son, your man. I want a nice, no, 4 is bad luck. Go man.
No, in this case, it would be good luck.
Good point. Go man. Go man, Yonsen.
Yeah, there
54,000 yen.
54.99. Make it really hard to pay with coins.
Ruin them. But I want exact change.
Exactly.
Oh, you have a credit card. Exact
Too bad.
change. Exact. What are you doing? Why are you talking back? Exact change.
Use credit card in Japan. Oops, sorry.
Oh, I'm not going to pay because exact change.
Right.
Stop talking to me.
Right.
Comedy's right there. Comedy's right there. Buy yourself a fucking...
Figure it out.
Figure it out. Buy yourself a fucking Biku Choco and then give me my fucking change. Don't play games with me. Because you wait too long to pay that fine. Punitive force on their way. You about to get double fined.
Yep.
You about to get double fined. Get it done.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like people who are like, oh, paying compliance doesn't work. Like,
Bro, it works.
paying compliance doesn't work because you haven't been hit hard enough.
You've not been hit hard enough. This is the problem.
You'll stop doing it if I hit you hard enough in the fucking shin.
You've got to hit them. We've all seen boxing. We know this is why it's called a 1-2 punch. It's not a one punch. You don't go 1 and you're done. You follow it with the 2. And this is why we need to hit them in the wallet and then in the shin.
Yeah. Yep.
It's the whole bang, you shut down, bang. It's that. You hit someone in the shin and they crouch down to go,
And
my shin.
You just pull the money out of their wallet themselves.
No, they crouch down. They're like, oh, my shit. And as they open their eyes, like grimace in pain, there's a card reader right in front of them.
Scan here, please.
Scan your touch. You owe us $54.99, baby. You better pay that shit.
Right.
Kyoto government, hire me. I will listen. The second you're done with this, when you're like done, you're more. I can't.
Yeah, just like man, like
come talk to
me. You can hire people to sit outside of construction sites all day, and hold up a sign. You can get 2 dudes at every entrance to the streets in Gion just waiting there to whack shins.
I'll do it for free.
Yeah,
I'll pay.
Oh man, you should have like a what are they called, like an internship.
Oh, I would love that. Yeah.
So a shin whacking internship.
You know you have, dude, the waiting list for that would be
it'd be long.
I would love that shit. So you'd be like Geisha and Michael, same thing. You'd be like Geisha and Michael, then you have like the executive shin hitters, and then just like the juniors and like the kohai,
yeah.
and you're just like, thank you for breaking this this law by taking 20 photos of the Geisha. Today we have a new client working. It's an intern.
Right, yeah.
He'll be doing your shin deliveries today. Forgive us for any misses he causes.
You come out. He's also our diversity hire.
He's not diversity hire. This is me. I'm just like, but I'm like way bulkier now. I've been working out. Just like, I'm like,
only your one arm though.
Only one arm.
You've been hitting so many shins.
I walk in sideways. My left arm is like, it's nothing. There's nothing there.
It's withered away.
It's withered. It's
like, oh, thank God.
It's like, oh, thank God. It's just that guy. Then I turn around. You know that one episode of SpongeBob SquarePants where he's got the massive pumped arm for like arm wrestling. It's massive, dude. It's
like from Rick and Morty,
yeah.
where he's got like the.
It's fucking huge, and it's like, oh my God. Then, like we do a point. If he misses your shin, he's gonna take another hit. It doesn't count. It's no count.
Yeah.
I'm aiming for the 5, just fucking constantly. I'm like tie him more because I'm a sen. It's my first day.
it's my first day.
I'm just knocking these fucking guys out.
My first, your last.
Please sign this waiver. It's all in Japanese. It's just like, in case of death, we're not liable.
I do consent to being hit in the shins. In case of death, my fine will be paid out to my family.
I take out my fucking stick to hit them. It's just Zabuza's sword, but it's like filed down. I'm just like, you ready for this?
You just have like a whole shaft of bamboo that you're just holding like under your arm. You're just like, whack. Like it's so big you just can't fit it like lengthwise down the street.
It's so big. I unroll like a leather pouch. It's just various sizes of bamboo cane. I'm just like, which one should I beat this guy out?
They just round everyone up into like a town square to all hit them at the same time with a really long one.
Everyone starts chanting, more Ikai, more Ikai. It was like one more, one more.
It's like a fucking Mario Kart minigame.
No,
Jump
yeah.
over the bamboo pole, don't get in the shin.
Everyone's going, where? Everyone's going, where? As I hit, where?
Finish! Oh, man.
Kyoto government, hire
Yeah.
me.
We got some plans for you guys.
Bro, I'll work every weekend for free. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
I'll pay my own Shinkansen fee, legitimately. It'll be an honor. It'll be a fucking honor, honestly.
Oh, man.
Oh, fuck me, dude.
See, I think this is foolproof. Nothing can
No,
go
we can
wrong.
solve the problem. Nothing. What's gonna go wrong? Nothing.
What are you going to
Excellent
do?
plan.
Complain to the government?
Bitch, I'm the government. Go complain to the government. They sanctioned this.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
Look, the mayor's right. They're like, more.
I mean, hey, like when you think about it, they're the ones who passed the law.
I'm just pulling out. The mayor walks past, got his sash, and he's just like, this is good. Continue. Oh, sweet Jesus, dude. Fuck me.
Mayor of Beatdown.
Mayor of Beatdown. Is it? Oh my God, the mayor pulls it up. Oh no, it's the mayor of Beatdown. Didn't seem to say.
Just wearing a Hawaiian shirt that just has bamboo on it.
Oh my God, Sacho. Thank you for coming out on my first day.
He's like a salary man, but he wants to do like the Guy Fieri hair, so it's just bald on the top and the side is all up with like fucking
It's a
blonde.
fucking Saruman full suit.
Oh,
He's wearing
God.
like fucking sick shorts though, like ripped and stuff. He's like, yeah, bro, I'm ready for this. He's got massive calves, dude.
Oh man.
Good times. Kyoto, we can fix your problems.
Yep,
Let us know,
exactly.
seriously. Seriously, let us know, bro.
As far as I'm concerned, the problem's already solved.
Honestly, yeah, we can solve this shit instantly.
It just needs to be implemented.
Implement this shit as soon as possible. Fuck me, dude. But yeah, good luck, Kyoto. I'm telling you, the sooner you guys do guided tours, only the better.
Only, yeah.
Honestly, the better. But like, very, very seriously, I think if this continues, you're gonna have a thing where they're just gonna keep cutting off areas that people aren't allowed to walk in. So
Yeah.
currently it's like just Gion, but I think eventually it's gonna be like that entire swath of Kyoto. And it's gonna end up being stuff like, oh, you want to go from this temple to that temple? Normally you could have just walked up this road. It'll take you 5
But now
minutes.
we have to hold your hand and go
Yep.
around. Or
Now we
do
gotta hold your
something like
hand.
that.
Now you gotta take like a designated bus through the area.
Right.
It's gonna be like that. Oh, you want to walk from A to B?
Yeah, which
sorry,
like,
you can't.
It fucking like, man, it's so easy just to behave yourself, right?
No, it is, yeah.
Like, it's not the fact that someone can like do that and like take pictures of someone like that and just be like, oh, I didn't do anything wrong, is wild.
Insane.
Like, and like obviously we don't know where she's from, so she could be from anywhere.
Yeah, but still, it's a which is bad because it's
But
like
the thing is, like, don't do that anywhere. It's not even like people are like, you shouldn't do this in Japan. It's like, don't do this anywhere.
well, even like PewDiePie came out was basically like the increase of like a Meiwaku streamers and like people like coming to Japan like being really annoying, doing like dumb IRL shit is like ruining the country for
Right.
everyone. And he's right. It is ruining the country for everyone basically. And it's not only like the streamers, it's also like because the yen is so cheap now. For those who don't know, recording at what was it, 25th today? Yeah, the 25th. £1 is now 200 yen.
Yep.
The yen is fucked.
Like
currently.
USD was 156.
156, yeah. The yen is currently fucked. So like we're gonna see more and more like bad tourists coming to the
Dan,
country.
you just reminded me.
What
We're gonna have to talk. I think we need to talk about this as well. Have you seen the latest on Mr. Somali?
What do you do?
Oh, have you not seen the video?
Oh wait, we got beat up
Yeah, again.
again.
The
The one you sent me?
when was that? If it was months ago.
No, like last week.
Yeah, okay. Then you have seen it. But yes.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah. Johnny got jumped again and got beat the fuck up again.
It's what you want to see.
Honestly, you know what? I'm here for it.
I'm here for it. I really appreciate that. Someone's doing community service right now, and I'm
Yep.
It's good to hear it. But no, he's gonna continue. He's not gonna stop until like he's like basically dead. That's the problem.
And at this point, like, good.
Couldn't happen to a better person, honestly.
Yeah.
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Hey,
Fucking
like-
idiot. That's the thing. Because the yen's so low, people are also saying that there's going to be like more bad tourists coming to Japan as well. Because for the longest time, Japan's been a little bit expensive. Like to get here is expensive. To like move around is kind of expensive. So it's been like people who really want to come to Japan,
Yes.
will like spend the money, buy the tickets to come here. But now that it's got even cheaper,
Yeah.
people who are just like, sounds
yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Those guys are going to come now. Seems fun. I'll give it a go.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, like, it was funny. I'm on another podcast where we talk about Kamen Rider, and we're watching a Kamen Rider series from 2002 right now.
Yeah.
And there was a scene in the like 43rd episode. Doesn't matter what episode it was.
Yeah.
But one of the characters, like, they run like a tea shop, and the episode literally opened with them, and the tea shop is like going fucking crazy. Like, there's like so many people in there.
Jesus.
They're fucking loud as fuck. They got like fucking like paper umbrellas and shit.
Oh,
and they're
shit.
just like, there's eating and being loud and whatever. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then I realized what it was, because they showed a shot of like a tour guide in the corner being like, oh, I fucking hate these people.
Oh, dude.
And it was like, oh, this is an entire group of Chinese tourists being extremely loud and annoying.
Oh, God.
And I'm
no.
like, okay, so this was a problem 20 years ago.
Yes.
It's still a problem now.
Yes.
So, like, I don't think that annoying foreigners is ever going to go away. Like, obviously it's not. I don't see that being the case. But there has to be some way for you to curtail just shitty behavior. And you're not doing that.
As we know, Japan is very bad at making laws of any teeth to them.
Yeah.
So I think what's probably going to end up happening that it's going to be like a long. It's gonna be until someone really fucks around there. Like they take it way too far, way too often.
Well, I mean, like, okay, what is taking it
Someone dies.
way too far? You like.
We don't know who. Someone. It's Japan. Nothing changes till someone dies. We've said
You're
this.
right. Yep.
Nothing's gonna change until literally someone dies.
I mean, someone was dead in the Logan Paul videos, but that didn't change anything.
Didn't count.
Didn't count.
He
didn't kill them.
He didn't kill them.
I see.
Didn't count. But give it time. It's gonna continue until a situation is created where like there's like mass violence or like someone dies, and then they're gonna go,
Right.
oh, okay, guess we're gonna do some actual work now. Guess we're gonna like actually like fucking meet up in the diet and like create some effective change.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's not nothing. The same thing happened when there was like it was too much heat that one year during summer. Like it was really, really hot, and then like the people were still like going to school and like running around doing sports day, and then someone died.
Then a kid died at like doing their like not juku, but their
some sports
their
shit. Yeah,
extracurricular shit, and they fucking just died. And then they're like, oh shit, maybe we shouldn't do this.
and there's like weeks of people going like, "Hey, it's too hot. Maybe
Yeah.
don't do this," and they're like, "That's fine."
Yeah.
And only when the kid died, they were like, "Oh yeah, maybe not."
Yeah.
Idiots.
Yeah. It's
It's gonna be the same.
Yeah,
It's gonna
no,
be.
that's
It's
fair.
gonna be less until something
crazy happens.
Yeah, I think I know what it's gonna be, because knowing Japan's very much a country of like people keep things pented up until like they just explode. I feel like there's enough tourism here now of people being like really shitty, and it's just gonna take that one special IRL streamer to come over and fuck around just a little bit too hard, just a little bit too hard, and then someone's gonna go, oh fuck this guy, I'm gonna throw a punch, and they're gonna throw a punch, and someone's gonna go, yeah, fuck this guy, and they're gonna throw a punch,
right.
And
then
now
it's gonna be too much.
yeah, and someone's gonna get fucking killed, and then the government's gonna go, ooh, we should have probably done something about this, like 3 years ago when it was really bad.
Did you happen to see this picture of the guy at Hachiko with the huge sign?
I saw that.
About
It was hilarious.
I want to meet this man. I want to know what is he like.
What a fucking guy. What a weirdo.
He's a weirdo, but like he's kind of cooking
No,
a little bit.
listen.
Like
let him cook.
he's not 100% wrong.
No, let him cook. But at the same time, guy's fucking weird. Let me find it.
Yeah, I mean I have the picture. I can bring
Read it out
for
for
you.
me, boy.
We would be here for 8 hours if I
good
read out
point.
this
It's like
entire. It is a
Yeah, fuck that.
It is a large
She-
sign.
she be a man.
Give me a second to bring it up in the browser.
Because the photo wasn't the best photo as well.
It
That
was
the
not
problem.
100% clear. But yeah, just let me.
I'm typing the words to try to get it with.
I mean, I have the photo.
Oh, thank you.
It's just a matter of scrolling it here so that it's at a size that's
You can actually fucking
somewhat
see it.
readable. Okay, so we're not in the frame here,
That's rude.
but we'll switch over and you can take a look at it. We'll just cut this off a little bit.
Yeah, I also found it.
Yeah, so if you can read it, I would be amazed because it's not like the most amazing picture.
Bro, I'm like fucking zooming in.
But yeah, so let me. I do love where it goes. Welcome to Japan.
Oh, is that Johnny Somali?
And it's Johnny Somali's face.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I did not realize. So for those that don't know, this man was standing in Shibuya with a massive I don't know.
It's like a signboard.
It's a signboard.
It's huge.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 14 different A4 pieces of paper with like various things in English written around it. I'm just going to read the headlines from each of them.
Right.
So I think that's funny. The first clip, welcome to Japan, but zombie traveler proliferation alert. What does that mean?
Yeah. What are you trying to say? I'm not 100%.
I don't know, but it's, the subheading is, don't disturb the peaceful life of
Man
us
brought his
Japanese
whole
people.
Social studies project.
Man brought his whole fucking... You know he did this in like fucking old people social studies class. And he's like,
Right.
the people must see. The people must see. Okay, here we go. He goes, welcome to Japan. No but zombie traveler proliferation alert. Don't know what that means. We'll continue. Next little A4 thing. Japanese people will also have privacy. Also have privacy. Fantastic.
What do you mean also?
I don't know.
Okay, sure.
I have
yeah.
no idea. Reading this is such a brain ache. We live peacefully and quietly as a single people.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It has evolved in its own something really bad text of years. Oh,
Way
through
for
thousands of years.
We don't want our daily
Daily-
life disrupted by foreigners. I have
Yeah.
always liked communicating with foreigners, and I also understand English. However,
Hmm.
with the something troublesome foreigners and the
The
alarming daily scenes, daily, yeah, especially Westerners become selfish and
Strange things again? Question mark.
I started looking at it that way. I'm standing here because I want to convey these feelings. Yeah, okay.
And then a
yeah.
lot of stuff. So this is kind of the general gist of the entire social studies project he's got here, where he's kind of like, I hate foreigners. I don't like you because you do all these bad things, but also I kind of like you guys. You kind of
Right, yeah.
You kind of not
How
bad.
very Japanese, right? To
bad.
just
Yeah.
couch it in being like,
Fucking fence-sitting as shit,
Yeah.
dude. Like he's like, fuck you. I hate everything you stand for, but at the same
but
time,
also okay.
we'll get a drink sometime. Yeah, speak a little English. It'll be cool. Stop forcing English. This is his first fucking. That's the next.
Stop forcing. What do you mean forcing English?
Please don't say English. Is what it said. No,
it
sorry.
says,
don't say English, please. Okay.
Japan is a mono-ethnic culture inhabited by Japanese people. Yeah, thanks, Tips.
Yeah, thanks,
And
dude.
all communication is done in Japanese. That's not true.
That's not true.
Even if you come to one of the world's most difficult countries to speak English, is it?
Is it? No. Yo, China exists, my boy.
Yeah. Don't insist on explaining in English without using a translation app. At least use sumimasen and arigato. If you show that you are trying to understand Japanese hearts will relax. This is what I mean. He's kind of cooking.
He cooks at the end a
He
bit,
cooks at the end a bit.
but the start is always fucked.
Right.
Because I think the same thing, but not like this.
Right.
He's a bit weird. There's little undertones of right-wing bullshit here, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Japan's a monolith country. no one tell that to the fucking Ainu or the Okinawans or the fucking Zainichi Koreans. Okay, you live your life. You're a little weird, and that's okay. You know, you're kind of strange. But like, the thought of going up to someone and being like, he's like, please say sumimasen and arigato.
This guy is basically the podcast changed my mind.
We fighting right now. Oh my gosh.
Hey, you know what? I agree with the fourth one. I ain't gonna lie.
The fourth one?
You're a pervert and a stalker.
Oh, bro, 100%.
100%.
Yo, let's get this guy on, actually. I've changed my mind. We're getting this guy on.
Just do a on the man on the street interview.
Oh,
with this guy.
bro. Yas. But this gets me.
I can read this one. Like,
which one?
I can get closer to
the perfect one
about
Oh, I got it. You are planning to go to Kyoto. You're
on your trip to Japan. If you are sightseeing, wearing a kimono on a Maiko in town, please do not take photos without permission. Perverted foreigners ambushing Maikos in Kyoto's it looks like Tsukihime. I don't know. District to take photos or chasing them and touching Maikos when they come out to work have become a problem, and some areas have become off limits. I mean, that's true.
He's not wrong.
That's true.
He's not wrong.
Maiko are teenagers and between the ages of 15 and 18 and live in the something district. You probably shouldn't tell people exactly where they live. Nice way to dox them, you weirdo.
Nice way, you fucking idiot.
Who's the pervert now?
Checkmate, liberals. Who's the pervert now?
If you have a teenage daughter and someone walks in front of your house to take pictures of your daughter, and then chases you, you would call the police. Western countries.
Guy's cooking.
You're right. He's cooking.
Guy's cooking.
Wait. In Western countries, you would. It looks like it says
so hard to read.
You would be shot dead or shoot dead.
Would you? Where?
Maybe.
Oh,
Texas.
Texas. By Western country, this guy clearly means
the United States
and only America. Yeah.
To avoid being out something death.
Death? What? To avoid being shot to death, off the death, by a...
No, it says to avoid being cut to death by a ninja with
death by a ninja with a Japanese...
You know what? All right. Hey, you know what? This guy already. I'm down. He's cooking.
What does he think this is?
What?
All right, bro.
The fucking ninjas will come kill you.
Bro. Imagine being like, yo, don't take pictures of Michael.
Or ninjas will kill you.
Yeah, the
ninjas will kill you.
Wait. Similar idea to what we had. Good man.
Yeah, see?
This man's cooking. Do you know
Dan,
what?
I apologize.
Yeah.
He is definitely the podcast.
Dan,
you're correct.
I apologize. I take this back, Dan. You're completely correct. The man is cooking. I think, do you know what it is? I think he's cooking, but the problem is he doesn't have the English to cook as much as he needs to.
Right.
He's done this whole shot campaign of being like, you're a pervert and a stalker, and everyone goes, whoa. And then you read his notes, and you're like, oh, you know what? He's not wrong. This line kind of threw me for a loop as well the first time I saw it, because I was like, crazy racist guy hates foreigners again. Oh, okay, yeah, one of these. And I remember reading through it and being like, oh.
Although this one I don't get. Kabukicho is not a place for sightseeing.
It is.
One of the world's leading entertainment districts. Japanese. I don't know what a Reeperbahn is. Reeperbahn Red Light District. Reeperbahn is some German shit. I don't know.
I don't know this. He's clearly like just throwing this through Google Translate. Whatever word he's using is clearly like been taken from German and just been like translated back into it. Yeah, no. Kabukicho is a place of sightseeing. Sorry.
It is now. Sorry, this is not 1984 anymore.
Sorry, old man. Your views are outdated and you're stupid.
Yeah, I mean, listen. If you've been to Kabukicho lately, they just finished Kabukicho Tower. If that doesn't scream, hey, we want more tourists in Kabukicho, I don't know what you've been doing, man.
There's that one bar that's like on the second floor, and they have that person dressed up as like Ren from that anime. What's that fucking anime? You know the woman with the blonde hair. She's the twin. The twin has like pink hair.
Oh, ReZero.
Yes, that. There's a person dressed up as Ren, and she
I think her name is Rem.
I don't fucking care. Ren, Robert.
And she has pink hair.
Listen,
the other one has blue hair.
Yeah, I'm an adult. Right?
Fair enough.
I don't go in for this bullshit. But yeah, she's sitting on the windowsill, like, and then people will go and they'll like take photos of her and stuff. And I'm like, bro, this is a tourist area.
Yeah,
some
it
tourist
is now.
shit, dude.
Like, sorry, hey,
Sorry, old man. You can't get your fucking dick sucked there anymore in peace and quiet.
The future is now, old man.
The future is now, old man. Yeah, basically. What are you guys doing?
What are you guys doing? This is so small I can't read this.
I can't read this, but from the title alone, he's probably cooking.
What are you guys doing? Something stupid.
Something stupid. Do not carelessly enter entertainment facilities and game halls
managed by adult entertainment businesses. Do not carelessly enter facilities, amusement halls managed by entertainment. But you just said the same thing
twice, you fucking idiot. Blah, I know. How would you feel if tourists with cameras and smartphones is unrelated to casinos, etc.?
Into the place you are enjoying your leisure time or cafe where you are relaxing. Okay. Do you not feel your peaceful space has been polluted?
Okay.
So, hang on. What your problem is that someone's bringing in a camera while you're getting a fucking handy from a prostitute? Is like that your issue?
Yeah, or you're gambling your money away and you like someone walks in and takes
because
a photo.
That's what it sounds like what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Because no one should give a shit if you're in a cafe as long as you're not being a loud, annoying fucking
Here's the problem. Okay. Because I can actually talk on this from behind the scenes a little bit. So what's currently happening in the whole pachinko slots Japanese casino industry is that they want more foreigners to come and play their little gambling games, So they're like, we want
money.
Because it means money, yeah. So they're currently trying to get different international influencers to come to Japan to play these games. So the way I'm seeing it, and the way he needs to see it, is that the future is now, old man. Because I know maybe in the 80s, he could like, I assume he's married. He can like go to the pachinko parlor, gamble away like some amount of his life savings. The wife doesn't need to know. Ha ha ha. Everything's secret.
Right.
Go to the fucking soap plan, get his dick sucked, go to the clinic, get some fucking medicine for the SD he just got. Like, whatever, dude. He's living his best life. Sure. But nowadays, he can't do that because he goes to the fucking pachinko parlor. Someone snaps a shot of him. 6 months later, his wife finds out he's fucked, you know?
Right. Yeah.
Sorry.
He's done. He's cooked.
That's how it is now.
He's fucking cooked.
You gotta go to the Inaka to go do a private pachinko party now, and he doesn't want to do that. He wants to play the one in Shibuya. Well, you can't. Sorry. It's a playground, you know? Gambling and shit is what people do, no matter what culture or background you're from. It can't be helped, you know? Also, this one, don't wander around with cans of alcohol. I'm gonna do it. It's Japan. Make it illegal.
Yeah, it's weird that he says, like, don't wander around with cans of alcohol. But, like...
Everyone does that.
Like, immediately after this, he goes, outdoor drinking is not illegal in Japan. Then shut up.
What do you mean? Like, this is what I mean by he kind of cooks, but he loses it really quickly.
Right.
Because, like, don't wander around with cans of alcohol. Outdoor drinking isn't legal in Japan. My brother in Christ, go to anywhere... Go literally anywhere at nighttime. Mm-hmm. Anywhere at nighttime. I guarantee you'll find a salaryman with a can in his hand. Like...
Right. That's what I said, too. I was like, he says, like, foreigners walking around with alcohol in their hands look like zombies. Motherfucker, the amount of salaryman Tanakas I've seen passed out on the fucking ground in the middle of Shibuya is more than I can count on my hands. So that's already a fucking epidemic. So I don't think you get to be hypocritical about that shit.
On the way here, I get onto the Chiro line, and we're riding to fucking Shinjuku, about to change trains. Train gets a little bit delayed, you know, we're stopped, and I'm like, that's okay, don't worry about it. It's cool. What do I hear? I'm like, who's opening tinnies? I'm looking around. There's an old man. A guy in his like 30s, 40s, drinking a strong 0.9% on the train.
Yeah.
Bro, you can't even get those anymore. Where'd you get that from?
That means he's got a stockpile.
He's collecting these things, bro. You can't be like, don't drink on the street. Well, you have mans drinking on the train, dude. 9% big tall boys at fucking 3 p.m. Shut the fuck up, dude.
I love this line. You may think, I would like to experience outdoor drinking as part of Japanese culture.
It's great.
But that is not part of the culture.
Yes. Fuck
motherfucker,
you.
You lying ass motherfucker.
Liar. You fucking liar. You have a whole holiday dedicated to drinking outside. You have Hanami.
Motherfucker.
Your entire summer is basically y'all going to like outside festivals and getting fucking shit-faced. Like that's the whole thing. What the fuck are you talking about? How dare you lie to the public like this? Bro, this social studies... you know, I'll wait to the end, then I'm gonna grade him. Then I'm gonna grade this whole project. All right, you can live without a trash can on the street corner. Yeah, everyone does. Like, relax, chill. Next.
Yes, and?
Yeah, everyone does. The fuck? Next. Bad point. Next.
All you have to do is work together to keep Japan beautiful. Yeah, like...
Yeah, they do. I mean, tell that to your own people, bro.
Bruh, okay, yeah. So, like... this is the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
This kind of like leveraging like, oh, Japan is dirty because of foreigners is absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think it was like 2 weeks ago. I was walking down toward the station. I literally see a man pitch fucking garbage into the bushes right as I walk by.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what the fuck? Like, it physically, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I've never seen that
That's
shit.
crazy, yeah.
Right? It's not foreigners who are doing it.
No.
There's absolutely no fucking way the amount of garbage is done by foreigners.
Nope.
No fucking
No
way.
fucking way. Absolute bullshit, dude. But no, they're constantly like, it's like, oh yeah, it's only because of foreigners here, dude. During the pandemic, when foreigners couldn't come here, the streets were disgusting. Shibuya was a mess. Shibuya was bad.
Yeah, it was
even-
still dirty.
It's still dirty. And at that stage, people were like, Shibuya's dirty again because of X, Y, and Z reasons, you know? Oh,
Right.
funny enough, though, during the pandemic, there weren't that many stories about like Shibuya being dirty. Like barely any. And it was still dirty, but there were no stories about it.
Right, yeah.
Fucking dickhead. I agree with this one, though. I've not read the final points, but don't block our path. Yeah, I agree. I hate that.
That applies to everyone.
That's every country.
That pisses me off.
That applies to me as well, dude. Get out my way.
On that one, you cooking.
Yeah, you cooking. That's cool. Because like that also, that little slide he's made, translate that shit to Japanese, please and thank you. Because this morning coming here, I'm going up the escalator. Sorry, escalator, forgive me. I'm going up the stairs. Not even the escalator. I'm walking up these stairs. Got a transfer to get. Guy in front of me. He gets to the top of the staircase, and then he just stops.
Stops dead.
He just stops.
Yep.
He just stops. He just stops. He just stands there. And I'm like, whoa, bro. And then he starts walking. I'm like, are you serious? Dude, yeah, I agree with this guy. Don't block my path. But please translate that slide into multiple languages. That's not just a foreigner in Japan thing. That's an everyone thing.
That's an
Like,
everyone
seriously.
thing.
Fucking dog shit, dude. I've not read this far.
Is it okay for you to be there? I assume that's just like, don't go into sacred places and be a fucking dickhead because
Yeah.
like people
Based.
will do that.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah,
Cool,
I can
whatever,
agree
dude.
with you on that.
Japanese trains are a
Meditation
meditation
space.
space. I mean, no, it's not. But
Listen, buddy. Like, if you are gonna come at foreigners
Yes.
about, hey, it's a meditation space, you need to be quiet, don't take pictures on the train.
I'm trying to focus my chakra.
Hey, dude. Hey, my country, the phones are not mandated to have a shutter sound because of sexual harassment on the train.
Bro, I was just in the UK a little while ago, yeah? Here's how bad it is. So, Japan, the entire like airspace as well of Japan is geo-locked, where the second you leave the airspace, phones start having shutter sounds.
Oh, really?
In Singapore, we land in Singapore, we're taking photos, no shutter sound. It's geo-locked. Mine's off all the time by default,
Yeah.
but it doesn't work in Japan. So no shutter sounds. I'm taking photos. We're all like, oh my God, it stopped. The sound has stopped. We get on the plane. We're going back home to Japan now. We leave Singapore on the flight. We get to we start seeing the sunrise. And I'm like, oh shit, the sun's rising. That's so sick. I'm going to take some photos. Put my phone up, adjust the brightness. I take a photo. That's the sound. I'm on the plane.
Yeah.
David.
My phone at home don't do this.
Nope. David, I can't land. We're in the air still. We're still cruising. Breakfast hasn't been served yet, David. You don't understand. We're not close to Japan.
Right, yeah.
There's only ocean below us. My phone is now shuttering. Why? Because we've entered that geo-locked
The
region.
geo-locked airspace.
That's it.
Yep.
Shutters back on, boys. We don't have that.
Yep.
No other country has that. It's only y'all. It's only y'all.
This
The
man
fuck?
this man needs to just take a walk to fucking Shibuya Meltdown.
Oh, yeah.
And he will probably not
No.
say that anymore.
Change your opinion, my guy. Because,
Yeah, it's
No.
like
oh, it's a sacred place for the sick. No, it's
it's a
not.
meditation space. Yeah, okay, like, in the morning, be quiet.
Yeah,
That's not hard.
it's not hard.
I get that. But being like, it's a meditation space.
No,
it's like, dude, like, the fact that y'all motherfuckers have women-only cars
Boom.
and shutter sounds for your phones,
Insane.
specifically for the trains, says way more about you than it does about me.
Women-only cars that people still don't respect the law on. Still.
Yes, exactly.
My line, are we going to work? I'll be like, early start. Let me go to work in the morning. Let me jump on car 2 because I know it's going to be emptier. Sick.
Yeah.
I get on car 2. I looked to car 1. I'm like, the amount of times I've gone, isn't it women's only? Why is there a guy on the car 2?
Because they don't care.
Because they don't give a shit. And you look and you're like, this is crazy. There's like one time I saw a man sitting down in car 1 during women only time. He's just chilling. And there was like 2 seats next to him just like empty. Because everyone's like, bro, why is he here? This is insane. Like, what are you doing?
The view that like Japan is this like, if you're Japanese, you're living in this utopia, perfect society where nothing bad ever happens. Bullshit. And it's like, you need to take like a 10-second like self-assessment and wonder why you think that.
Yes.
And just take a look around you more attentively.
Yep.
Because I feel like someone making some of these claims is not only not paying attention to what's going on, but is actively being ignorant about the things that they say because they've normalized them as being the normal
thing. Yeah. Like, if you grow up in Japan, I get it. You're like, oh, shut-down, that's normal. But a lot of my friends who went to, like, international Japanese friends who went to, like, America or the UK or, like, places in Europe.
Right.
And they're like, yo, my phone isn't making that sound anymore. And I'm like, it's normal.
Yeah.
It's weird that your phone does that. Or they'll be like, oh, like, of course, certain things in Japan I like, safety, blah, blah, blah. I can leave my phone on the table, whatever, cool. But, like, there's certain things that Japan doesn't do well that when you go to another country and you're like, oh, wow, this is how it's actually meant to be done. Crazy. Absolutely insane. But it's a whole thing where it's like before you start judging other people, maybe take a look in the mirror first.
Right.
Especially considering your last fucking 2 slides are Japan travel tips heart.
And none of those travel tips are good.
Bullshit travel tips. Buy IC card. Shut the fuck up, you're dumb. We're in Shibuya. How the fuck do you think I got here?
Yeah, exactly. Do you think I walked from Narita?
And I got there and I went, oh, for fuck's sake. If only I read this travel tip sooner, I wouldn't have walked the 50 miles from Narita to Shibuya dragging my fucking suitcase. What a genius.
I could have had a card this entire time.
It's even number 2. Because number 2 goes, let's take advantage of city buses and highway buses. If only I knew that sooner. I could have taken the bus instead.
From Narita, yeah.
Fucking idiot. Just eat anything. Let's go to the supermarket. How to make friends with Japanese people.
How to make friends with Japanese people. Don't take any of this advice.
Honestly, yeah, don't. It's fucking weird. Great travel experience. Man, listen, at the start, you were giving some, like, base advice. And I would say, like, the advice wasn't really Japanese specific. It was more just, like, apart from the geisha one.
Right.
It's more
just don't be an asshole.
Yeah, don't be an asshole. It's kind of very straightforward. It's what we preach normally.
Right.
Don't be an asshole, and you'll probably have a good time in whatever country you're visiting, to be fair.
Yep.
But then, like, when he tries to get to the more, like, Japan specific things, you're like, you're not doing a good job, all right, dude. Like, it kind of feels like you read half the story. Like, you read the chapters, and you're like, oh, I know about this. But clearly you don't. This is bad. These are bad takes.
Yeah. You've cooked the perfect steak and then basted it in piss.
Literally. It's literally fucking disgusting. The classic piss steak. Yeah. Wow, fantastic.
Yeah.
David,
the piss steak?
The piss steak? Yeah. Wow. Ooh. The steak, basically. Yum.
Yeah.
Ethanol.
It's like...
Rank this man. Give this man a grade.
He gets like a 5 out of 10.
Oh, no, I mean like a letter grade.
Oh, a letter grade?
Because it's social studies project.
English?
No, for the whole project.
Oh, okay.
You're a teacher.
Okay.
You've given this man a top.
I would give him a letter grade of like... It's like a C+ maybe.
Oh, you're nicer than me.
Oh, really?
He's getting a D.
Yeah, a D?
I'm marking British, bro.
Listen, like, if this is a social studies thing, right? His English is like 99% comprehensible.
Yeah, I'm ignoring the English.
Already, from a Japanese standpoint, he's already ahead of the game.
Oh, 100%.
Some of the parts, he cooks. So for me, that takes him out of D territory. Like, to me, D is like, you did the project. That's it.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
Like, that's the bare minimum. Like, F is I didn't do it. D is like I put my name on something and I handed it in. It's not good, but it's
done. In that case,
as I said, like a
basic
C+.
Basic C, yeah. C. I would if that's it, I wouldn't C minus him because he's done more than just the basic project.
Yeah.
I'd give him a C.
Yeah.
And then at the bottom, I'd be like, C, good job. Yeah. See me after class.
Right.
Come see me after class because like we got to talk about some of these points, bro.
Right.
Like, you cooked in the start and you kind of lost it halfway, and then you fucking crashed at the end.
Definitely, yeah.
Come see me, bro.
You need to check yourself a little bit.
I gotta give you some guidance because like, if you follow on this path, it's not going to be a very safe landing. Poor baby. But
Yeah, it's funny too reading like some of the comments that are on here. Like,
Go on.
I'm quite impressed that the English is coherent and well formed. He must have gone to significant trouble to get this right. That's a lot of reading for a passerby to do, though.
Literally, yeah.
Well intended, but utterly psychotic in execution.
Utterly psychotic execution. Like, what kind of insane person do you have to be to do that kind of shit, dude? It's wild as fuck. Ooh, I got time. We're good.
Yeah.
What a
As I said in another subreddit, it's really funny to me, good or bad, how Japan is with all this tourist stuff. The economy is so shitty here now that it's finally becoming affordable, which means more tourists. But it's like, look at the cities like London, Madrid, New York, Kuala Lumpur, fucking anywhere. They have millions of tourists, including Japanese, and have done so for years. Imagine one of these boards in London aimed towards Japanese. London is not a museum. Don't use cameras and block our path.
Yep.
The guards are not props. Please respect us.
Yep.
To be fair, the stuff on this board is all valid and a lot of tourists need to be told, but it's just interesting to me how Japan thinks it's so special for gracing us with its golden permission.
There we go.
To enter its lands and take advantage of its shitty currency and
No,
use
exactly.
stronger money on tourism.
Dude, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up. Like, when it comes down to it, like, the Japanese economy is kind of fucking cooked anyway. You need tourism.
Dude
Shut
needs
up.
a QR code for all that shit.
Bro, yes, dude.
Yeah, acting like Japanese people don't do 90% of the things on this list is pretty rich.
No, it's dumb.
Don't block our path. Brother, I've been blocked by Japanese people and schoolgirls on bikes more than I have
Yes,
suitcases.
more than anything. Dude, he needs to stand outside stations, outside tourist spots to remind salarymen of how to behave. I agree.
Uh-huh.
Why are you standing outside tourist spots? Go to fucking Ginza. Stand there. Go to fucking, what's the Hamotsucho? Stand there, bro. What the fuck?
Don't wander around with a can of alcohol. Are you taking the bloody piss? Even Oba-chan are drinking strong zero on trains and buses. When I went to Hakijiba Sea Paradise, there's a lady sitting there just smashing beer. She had 3 beer cans on her and she's drinking them on the train.
Fucking hell. Let's fucking go. Oh my god, yeah. Only Japanese people are allowed to walk around with a can of alcohol. And then one says, his entire sign reeks of rules of thee, not for me.
Yep.
Like, don't be a pervert. Lamo, talk about pot calling the kettle black. Numpa guys would like a word with him. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Every Numpa man in Tokyo would like to have a solid word with him about these rules and how many of them they can break, because it's all they fucking do. Japan isn't handling its new status as a budget tourist destination very well. Yeah, they're not. Good luck, Japan. Until you sort your shit out, this is literally going to be like the next 2 years of Japan. Because remember, if tomorrow, David, the yen improves and it somehow it goes from fucking £1 is 200 yen to £1 is 150
I
yen.
want to know what the fuck a Reaper Bond is. That's
I know what it is. Go look it up.
eluded me. I'm
But
gonna Google Reaper Bond.
Look it up as I finish my point. If it goes up to £1 is 150, goes down to £1 is 150 yen. The problem is, like, a lot of people have already bought the currency, right?
Yeah.
Like, people already bought the currency. They've already bought the ticket. They're gonna be here next year, you know. So no matter what, if you're like, oh man, the Japanese yen's improved now, there's not gonna be as many tourists. No, for the next year they're gonna be here. People like planned ahead for this kind of stuff. Like, if I wanted to go to, I don't fucking know, Australia, and the Australian dollar suddenly got really shit, I'm buying a shit ton of Australian dollars for my trip in a year, and then I'm gonna go there in a year. Like, that's what's gonna happen. We're kind of fucked for the next year or two. Because I've been seeing a lot of people talking about, like, planning their next trip to Japan. Like, we're done.
So I already know that this dude is old as shit.
Go on.
But the fact that he used Reaper Bond.
What's
and
Reaper
I, and I wondered, because I'm like, what
is it?
What the fuck is Reaper Bond
Yeah.
mean? And a Reaper Bond is a street or entertainment district in Hamburg's St. Pauli district, one of the 2 centers of Hamburg's nightlife, and also the city's major red light district. So he's saying it's a Japanese Reaper Bond, but like people who speak English don't know what the fuck a Reaper Bond is, because I didn't know what it
I don't know
is.
what
You didn't know what it is.
Yeah.
But they would know. There's like an entire fucking Japanese like Wikipedia page about what a Reaper Bond is.
Seriously? So all I'm hearing is that guy clearly just wanted to get his dick sucked without someone sneaking over a camera and showing his wife. Bro's old as shit. Bro's older than
This
death.
comes off as extremely passive aggressive. Yeah, it's from a Japanese person.
Welcome to Japan.
Everything is passive aggressive here.
Literally everything. Like, welcome. Is this your first day?
Yep.
Did you get here in the tourist line? This is Japan. Like, the fuck. Good luck, boys. Oh, classic.
I love I love someone just posted a Yakuza gif of someone in Kabukicho holding, like, it's from the game Yakuza, and he's just holding one of those, like, you know, the signs that are usually, like, outside of a club, and it's got, like, the blinky lights on it. It's just him picking it up and just smacking people with it.
Yeah, dude, listen, I've retired from the number king, so we can...
Oh, man. Stop forcing English, bitch. I wish they would reply back in Japanese to my own Japanese.
Oh, my God, yeah.
Yeah.
So honestly, yeah, I wish they would reply back to in Japanese. It'd be great, legitly. Anyway, fucking sorry. Any final points? I gotta go meet my French friend in a little bit.
A different French friend, or...?
Same as yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We're, like, hanging out 2 days in a row before he leaves and go back to France. It's gonna be fun.
Coming from Jordan, the Nampa King.
I hung up my crown.
Fair enough.
Of course. Give the other people in Japan a chance, dude. Poor babies. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I think that's it for this week of complaining about shit that happens here.
Welcome to this week's episode of Complaining About Japan. I'm your host, Jordan.
We'll see you next week when we complain about more things.
Fucking better. Hell yeah, dude. So I'm here.
I mean, we could talk about, like, fun stuff, but...
We'll do it next week.
None of that ever happens.
Nah, Japan's boring as fuck, dude. Oh, actually, I might have fun stuff to talk about sometime soon. I might be going to Kyoto for a work thing. That sounds interesting. We'll see how it is, boys.
Okay, cool.
But guys, I'll see you next week. Stay healthy, stay safe. Bye. Oh, my arms.
Oop, I did the wrong. Thanks for watching, but that's okay. I also say thanks for watching.